Let's start with FERPA. Just as you have heard of HIPAA, the law created to protect and keep your medical record confidential, FERPA is a federal law created in 1974 to protect and keep confidential key pieces of a student's educational record. Examples of key pieces of a student's educational record that are protected by FERPA include grades, transcripts and diplomas, probation status, schedules, and disciplinary records. The law states that these key pieces of the educational record cannot be released to another person or third party without the written consent and authorization from the owner of the record. This then begs the question, who is the owner of the educational record? IUP's policy is that once a student is registered for coursework, which will be created for the student after this orientation experience, the student becomes the owner of his or her own educational record. For example, if a parent would call our office looking for their child who is to be in class and want to know the building and time of the class, we could not release this information according to federal law. However, don't panic though. This is why I am here today to tell you about what IUP has developed to be compliant with federal law, but still provide parents and family members with the information they need while empowering students as they transition to adulthood. How we do this is called the Student Record Release Authorization. Think of this as an online electronic permission form where students give permission for a third-party person to discuss protected educational information. Access can be given to all or select categories of the educational record regarding grades, dismissal, grade point average, registration and scheduling, financial aid, billing, and/or housing. I would like to caution everyone that this is a dynamic process. This means that access can be changed at any time. Access could be granted in the morning and removed by that same afternoon. This authorization is for discussion purposes only. Parents and family members still do not have the right to order a transcript on the student's behalf, but the student can order the transcript and share it with family members. In order to authorize access of a student's educational record, the student designates a third-party individual to which access to the educational record can be granted. The student creates a key word and a key phrase. The student shares the key word and key phrase with the third party. The third party must provide the key word and phrase each time when contacting IUP. The authorization process is simple to set up. First, the student accesses the personal information section in their My IUP account. Under Student Information, select Record Release Authorization. The student then identifies the person by name and address that they wish to give access. The student establishes a keyword and security phrase. For example, my favorite day of the week could be the security phrase, and Friday could be the keyword. The student then shares this information with the person they wish to give access. Finally, the student selects any or all parts of their academic record where access is granted to a third party or individual for discussion. When the third party person or family member calls for information, they will be asked for the student's name, ID number, and keyword and security phrase. Once this information is provided correctly, we can discuss the information being requested. Please remember that since this is a dynamic process, you will be asked to share this information each time you call. Parents and family members, I encourage you to have this discussion with your student regarding your expectations for access, and encourage your student to complete this authorization form to designate third-party individuals that can be granted access.